So this is my
Welcome, everyone. I am Michael Riley. I'm the Senior Vice President and General Manager for Big Bus Tours here in D.C. I'm accompanied by Brody Lee, who's our Operations Manager, Head of Operations. First, let me say we're very happy to have Mayor Bowser here and the hospitality and tourism community within D.C. We're also equally pleased to have members of the media here as well. The truth is, our company needs international and domestic visitors during touring the city in order to promote good business for us. We rely on good referrals from family and friends. We rely on good press coverage, and most importantly, we rely on a very stable workforce. And to that end, we're partnering with the Mayor's Office of Department of Employment Services to help us retain and recruit district residents. As a matter of fact, we have a virtual job fair today that we're participating in. Yeah. 3 years ago, while enjoying the humid summers of New Orleans, I told my wife and family that I wouldn't leave this place for anything. And then imagine my surprise when a year later, someone called me and asked me if I wanted to go to D.C. And I had said to her the only city I would leave New Orleans for would be the district. And so here I am, and I'm very excited about that. You know, it was funny, when I came into the city, I was pressed up against the window of the airplane looking for the monuments. And so now I have the privilege of showing you all those monuments and landmarks as well. So we have history here, we have intrigue, we have mystery, we have seasons, there's rivers, there's lakes, there's rolling hills, we have monuments, we have beautiful architecture. This is the best place to be in all of America, to work, live, and visit. And when people come to visit us, we consider ourselves the first thing to do and the most important thing to do in every city. We are the official concessionaire of the National Park Service, contracted to provide multilingual and interpretive touring services in 8 different languages. We offer 24 and 48-hour passes to hop on and hop off around the city, private charters for groups and businesses, as well as a panoramic night tour that expands all the way into Rosslyn, Georgetown, and into Arlington. We offer comprehensive bus, boat, and museum packages that include attraction partners such as the International Spy Museum and City Experiences by Hornblower. While we're not where we were pre-COVID, we are experiencing phenomenal growth at the Cherry Blossom to the tune of 125% week over week. So that means the city is coming back. At least it is to us. Tourists love to come to DC, and when they come, tell them to come and see the sights on top of our safe, open-top, 2-story bus. Again, we're Michael Riley and Brody Lee, Head of Operations for Big Bus Tours. We're thrilled to join you all today and spread the word that we want, need, and welcome visitors back to our wonderful city. Thank you.
Well, hello, everybody. It's really great to see you. Let's give Michael and Big Bus, the Big Bus Company, a big round of applause. It's good to see you, too. It's good to be seen, too. So we really want to thank you for being here, and thank you for spreading the word about all that is open in Washington, D.C. You saw for yourselves, we are traveling through the National Mall, where our Smithsonian museums are still free and now open. So we're very grateful for that as well. What we really want to talk about is the wonderful summer that you can have in Washington, D.C. for people who live here, for people who are driving here, and people who will get on Amtrak and on airplanes to come to Washington, D.C. You can experience the real Washington while enjoying a lot of free amenities on the National Mall and in DC's neighborhoods. So we're looking forward to welcoming everybody back. Today, we're traveling with our hospitality partners, and I can't wait for you to hear from them directly. They're going to tell you about events coming up this summer, our wonderful hotels, our beautiful waterfront, the incredible pools that we have all over the DC, in addition to being able to enjoy waterfront activities. So everybody knows that DC is the sports capital of the world, right? We're going to talk about our wonderful DC United, in addition to talking about live entertainment. So it is true, we're happy to be the nation's capital and host to the federal government. But everybody knows we have nightlife here in Washington, right? Great nightlife. We do live entertainment, wonderful restaurants. And so we want you to come out and experience what we get to experience every day, and that is Washington. So we're going to head over now on our big bus to a wonderful, iconic location in Washington, D.C. that's really emblematic of family businesses that have started here, have grown their businesses here in all 8 wards of Washington. So with that, sit back and relax. And I'm going to turn it over to John to tell you a little bit more.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, hello, everyone. I'm John Falchicchio. I'm the Deputy Mayor for Planning and Economic Development, and I've got a simple message for you today. DC is...
Open.
DC is...
Open.
All right, good. But really wanted to thank everybody. So normally when we're at a press conference, I don't talk about what I did on Saturday night, but I'm going to talk about what I did this past Saturday night, because it really shows that DC is open. So on Saturday night, I had the opportunity to be with Danita, who I'm going to introduce next, at the DC United game. Packed house, DC United beat Miami 1-0, so that's a good thing. And then actually had a chance to go over to the Cambria Hotel, which is a new hotel in Southwest Washington, and their great new restaurant, The Perch, which is also, if you haven't tried it yet, you got to check it out. I recommend you try the lobster roll, but they all have a great menu. Again, a new restaurant, new hotel that opened during the pandemic because DC is open. And then, believe it or not, and this part I don't want the mayor to listen to, but I went to Echo Stage and I heard Tiesto spin a little bit, and it was amazing to see all the people that came out. It was a packed house. They hold about 3,000 people. I wasn't counting. I'm not the fire marshal, but it was definitely packed. And it really showed that DC is open. So what we wanted to tell folks today is that we're launching a new ad campaign because people know Washington. And so this trip that we're taking together personifies that, because what we're doing is having the experience of going from what people know as Washington to actually experiencing DC. So we're excited to be with all of you today. Thank you for coming with us in a somewhat of a non-traditional setting, but we're really excited to have some of our partners with us. And so to get us kicked off, to really represent the broad range of activities we have, including being the sports capital, as the mayor said, we've got Danita, who is the Chief Business Officer for DC United.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me. So excited to be here. So proud to represent DC United in the city of Washington, D.C. today. We are open and we are excited. As John mentioned, this past Saturday, we had our first full capacity match at Audi Field, and we have more to come. As of today, and probably announced about 45 minutes ago, we'll be hosting our first annual Capital Cup at Audi Field beginning July 7th. We'll be bringing international teams from Mexico and El Salvador in to compete here in DC. And this is what Audi Field was built for, to bring international play. And with the city back open, we are here to serve and provide that to the locals and those traveling internationally and around the country back to DC for entertainment. So happy to be here. Thank you all for having us, and more to come.
Great. Well, and in addition to sports, we also are proud of all we've done together to have a convention center that's the envy of convention centers around the nation. And with that, folks should know that our conventions are going to start picking back up again. So with us is our partner, Greg Odell, to tell us a little bit about what's coming this summer.
Thanks, John. Well, good afternoon, DC family. Guys, got to do better than that. Good afternoon, DC family. Good afternoon. All right, much better. So I just want to say on behalf of my board of directors and our staff, I'm honored to be here today with you. I'm excited about the launch of this campaign. I want to thank Mayor Bowser, thank Deputy Mayor Falchicchio, and all of our hospitality partners, the Restaurant Association, Hotel Association, and Destination DC for all the hard work to get us to this point today. I want to take just a moment to have a special thanks for Mayor Bowser. She took the courage really to actually keep us safe, but also now is executing on a vision for our recovery. So thank you, Mayor, for all that you've done for us. So I'm very excited. We all know that our hospitality and tourism industry is going to drive a lot of this recovery. We're so blessed to partner with Destination DC, who's our marketing arm for the city. And we've collaborated with them on this amazing campaign that you'll see today. I want to thank Elliot Ferguson, who's the president and CEO of Destination DC, Special acknowledgement to Robin McLean, who's here with us today, who helped lead this marketing effort. What we're excited about is actually going to touch on all facets of Washington, D.C., the real experience for Washington. But for many of us, we know this is only part of the recovery puzzle, if you will. We're actually working on lots of events to come back to Washington, D.C. right now. As John just mentioned, we're going to have conventions as early as this August. We'll see tens of thousands of people back in our convention center, so we're very excited about that. So we want to return to the glory. We want people in our hotels and in our restaurants as well, so we can get back to that vibrant city and be the best destination in the world. So thank you all for being here for today. Now it's my esteemed pleasure to introduce Stacy Smith, who is the chair of Destination DC, also general manager of the Hyatt Place National Mall. Stacy?
I'd like to start by thanking Mayor Bowser for prioritizing Washington, D.C., as well as Deputy Mayor John Facchio and City Council. Thank you, Greg, for our wonderful partnership with Events DC and Big Bus for hosting us today. I am Stacy Smith, General Manager of the Hyatt Place National Mall and Destination DC's Board Chair, and I'm happy to join you on behalf of Destination DC and Elliot Ferguson. It's been a long 16 months, but we are finally advertising again. Bringing visitors back to DC puts people back to work and creates tax revenue for the city. There are numerous museums and places to see, but there are 34,000 hotel rooms to be filled and 2,400 restaurants in the city. They all benefit when business travel and visitors return. There's a lot of competition. While you're watching the news, you're seeing commercials for our neighboring states and other destinations. So it feels good to launch this campaign in partnership with Events DC. The theme is, you know Washington, now experience DC. The campaign is fun and bright and brings our neighborhood's vibe and culture to life. Now you might see our ads because our strategy is to reach the DMV as well as the Drive Market, which is those 50 million visitors within 4 hours of our city. The digital ads will connect to our website, Washington.org, where potential visitors are inspired with all there is to see and do in Washington, D.C. Historically, business and leisure travelers support lifelong careers for D.C. residents. In 2019, they supported more than 78,000 jobs. But in 2020, all was lost. We've come together through the city's many recovery initiatives and partnerships with the business community, employment services, workforce development community to see our way through the pandemic. But DC hotels have been slower to recover than our neighboring states and destinations. Advertising works. An independent ROI study with the CFO's office showed that in 2019, for every $1 spent on spring and summer advertising, more than $3 came back to the city, the highest to date. The recovery is just beginning, so now is the time to be aggressive and echo the mayor's sentiment. We are open and we want visitors back in our city to fill our hotels and local businesses. When this happens, it helps get DC residents back to work and will bring DC employees back to their offices. In closing, I was appointed to chair the board right when the pandemic happened, and I am in awe of Destination DC. The tough decisions and the sacrifices that were made necessary to keep Destination DC afloat. Thank you, Mayor Bowser, for including additional funding and marketing in the proposed Fair Shop budget, and Events DC for funding this year's campaign. Together, we look forward to welcoming visitors back to explore our incredible city, celebrate the 4th of July on the National Mall, go to a concert, explore the neighborhoods, take a tour, see a show, and so much more. We want them to experience DC. Thank you.
So while we have a moment here before we make the turn for home down U Street, we wanted to highlight a couple of the events that we have coming up this summer. So really, we just heard Stacy talk about the 4th of July, and what we really want visitors to do is to make a whole weekend out of it. So the 4th of July, of course, there'll be the fireworks on the National Mall, but we also have two great neighborhood parades at Barracks Row and the Palisades. We also, though, are the sports capital. So DC United will be hosting Toronto on Saturday night. That's at 5:30. And the Nationals will actually have a homestand as well. That weekend, they'll host the Los Angeles Dodgers. Good, no Dodgers fans on the bus. And so they've got a game on Friday and Saturday, and also a special game 11 a.m. on Sunday, which is actually the 4th of July. As we get later into the summer, sticking on the sports theme, we're also going to have again the City Open, which is a tennis tournament that'll take place up at Carter Barron. So we want folks to really come out for that as well. And we're really excited to be hosting that, the City Open, if folks want to check that out. There's also some new things to see in DC. So on the bus, we were passing by the new World War I Memorial, which is right at 14th and Pennsylvania Avenue. And across the other side of the mall is the new Eisenhower Memorial. So even if you've been to DC before, we've got new things for you to come see. So I know Director Townsend, Sean Townsend's with us, Director of Nightlife and Culture. He's excited about something new that's happening this weekend at a place that's an institution. So at the Kennedy Center, we know that there's going to be a pop-up activation. Heist DC will have their pop-up at the Kennedy Center. Again, something brand new. If you've been to the Kennedy Center before, come back and experience it like you never have before. So we're really excited about that. And then Greg, I want you to go a little bit deeper on the conventions that you have coming up in August, just so folks know exactly what they can prepare for come the middle of August.
Thank you, John. So in early August, make sure I don't fall. In early August, we're going to have Otakon. For those who don't know what Otakon is, it's actually Japanese anime. So you can dress in your wildest concert or costume as well and come enjoy rabid fans that enjoy all about Japanese anime. And then following that, in later August, we're going to actually have AwesomeCon, which is a Comic-Con show, if you all are familiar. In years past, we've had as many as 60,000 people come for that. So please feel free to join. It's open to the public, and we're excited for everybody to return. I also want to give a nod at Entertainment Sports Arena. We're also going to have a wonderful concert series. So we'll have the likes of local talent, but also some known artists, as you know, such as Thievery Corporation and others to come before. We're also partnering with our great folks in the go-go community, and so look forward to a lot more go-go programming as well throughout the summer. So lots to happen in the city, as John and the mayor mentioned. Thank you.
And then, of course, sports are great. Otakon and AwesomeCon will be great, but we also have live entertainment coming back to DC. So we're really excited that there's a great lineup at many of our venues around the city. I know the mayor is very excited for Mark Anthony and Ricky Martin coming to Capital One. They also have the Eagles coming to Capital One. Green Day will be at Nats Park, and Broccoli Fest is back. So we're really excited that we've got a whole plethora lineup of live entertainment. So Director Angie Gates, who runs the Office of Cable Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment, is going to make sure we continue that lineup of live shows throughout the summer. And we're here, everybody. So now we're going to talk more about the Washington you know and experiencing DC. Thanks, everybody.